Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 20th, and today was a beautiful day outside, nice and sunny, little windy, but not horribly bad out there. I got up in the 50s today, had a handful of things to get done around here, had to ship back some shoes. I ended up ordering some different shoes for my mom. She finally broke down and let me order some from Runner's Warehouse. I've been trying to convince her to buy just like good shoes. She complains constantly about how much she hates her shoes every time she buys a pair. She'll spend between like $25 and I've seen her spend $100 on a pair of shoes, and she complains about them all the time. And that we even went like crazy shoe shopping, I don't know, a couple years ago maybe, something like that, and ran all over, hit a couple different good stores, and I found a pair. She's got wide feet, like the toe box area, and it was before I knew about the Altras and stuff, so I didn't know to tell her to look for that back then. But she found a really helpful salesman one time at one of the stores and ended up buying a pair of shoes, like $100, I think it was, something like that. It really pissed me off because like it was the next day and she was complaining about how the shoes didn't fit right and they didn't feel good, and I'm like, take them back. You bought them a few hours ago. And she goes, well, I knew they didn't fit that good there. But he was just so helpful, I wanted to go ahead and give him commission. I'm like, just handing $5 and saying thanks for being helpful. He probably would have made more money off that than what he got for commission, because most shoe salesmen don't get a commission at all. They get paid by the hour and stuff. And I'm like, the $100 you waste on these shoes. And she complained her feet hurt. She wore them like hardly at all. And I'm like, then she'll find a pair she likes and she'll like talk about it and stuff. By the time she goes back to get more, they're gone. So, because a lot of times we'll end up finding a pair she likes that are in the clearance at like Shoe Carnival, something like that. And then by the time you go, she's like, okay, these are wore out. And 3 to 6 months later, of course, the clearance is gone. So I told her, when you find a pair you like, buy 3 or 4 pairs, especially if they're on clearance, like at Shoe Carnival, because they're not going to be around long. They're already discounted down 50 to 75% off. So just buy a bunch of them and not worry about it. So she was wearing her Dr. Scholl's. I think they're like those arch ones, like the ones that keep you, I don't know, off balance. Those like real super thick ones, like Shape Up type thing, but from Dr. Scholl's. And she loved those, but her job told them they couldn't wear those because the job of the shoe is to keep you off balance all the time. Supposedly it burn calories, a bunch of bullshit. But they were comfortable on her feet and they wouldn't let her wear them. So she was pissed off about that. So she's been looking for shoes. I convinced her to buy some Altras, and also I convinced her to buy some clearance shoes to at least try it out, because she's wanting to spend like $40 on a pair of shoes. Wasn't going to happen. Ended up finding a pair of Ultra Torrens. I think it was Torrens we got for her, and they were like $65 before discount. And then I ended up ordering her a pair of Hoka's 1-in-1 shoe, the super thick running shoe, which I thought this will be good. This will be a close thing to what we can get. And I want to get an Ultra with the Olympus. I think they're Olympus, the new ones there, but they're $130 a piece. And I ended up getting her these 2 pair for $131.55 after discount. So there was a like 15 or 20% off coupon I had for them. So we knocked that discount out of there, which was great. Got the shoes ordered. She liked the way the Ultras fit, but said they were too hard on her feet. So she went ahead and stuck with the Hoka's, which I've since sent back her Ultras. She wore them around the house, didn't like them. Sent them back today, called the company, said, hey, hold those, because they were on clearance also on their liquidation stuff. I told them to go ahead and hold those for me, because those ones will be there in a couple days, then get them shipped back out, instead of having to worry about setting up before they got the Ultras back. So got that all taken care of. Was pretty excited about that. Glad to see she's liking her new shoes, which the new Hoka's we can get. We can also get the Olympus, but it's $130, which isn't as bad when you're a runner like myself, and I'm going to knock out a pair of shoes like every month. And even if you figure out if you get 300 miles or even 500 miles out of them, even let's go 500 miles at $130, that's 50 cents, or you basically figure 1,000 miles would be 13 cents. So you're looking at like 25 cents plus per mile on a pair of shoes. And I hate the thought to know that I'm going out to run 10 miles a day and I have to pay $2.50 for my shoe, which is just disgusting to think about. So I try and only buy clearance stuff. Like the last 2 pair I just bought for myself, I got them for like $80 I think it was, with shipping, for 2 pairs of Ultra Instincts. I think they're Instincts coming. So definitely, now walking around shoes, which are always my leftover running shoes, not that big a deal, but I had to spend more money on them. But I'm beating up too many miles in these shoes. They just wear out too quick for me to justify that. Now, if I was still standing on my feet like a job when I was wearing them all day, it'd be a whole different story to me. I'd spend a little extra money maybe for them. But the shoes I'm getting at $40 are the ones that were like the best on the market literally 6 months ago or a year ago, and they haven't changed that much for me. So I'm always cool with buying the last year's model, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So got that all done. Headed out, went to get my run on. Had a tempo run today to do. 6 mile tempo run at a 9-minute pace. Took off, got that rocked out. Ended up meeting a new dog. Bruce decided he wanted to help catch the dog. Actually, taking off, running across the road, and people were like freaking out, thinking that he was going to like come up and chase him and stuff, which he doesn't mind. He's has a good time with him and stuff. Stopped, talked to them for a little bit. Kind of even got the idea we might go down and meet like at the tennis courts, basketball court like that, tie the gates shut, let the dogs roughhouse and play in there off leash. Because on leash, it's always hard to let dogs play properly. So hopefully we'll get that done. Ran on out past the golf course and that, out to the Rock Road coming back, and ran into a couple of the women from the gym. Kind of chatted as we crossed paths going the opposite direction and stuff. Nothing really big there. I got back to the gym, and then they finally got there later, and I'm like, hey, I beat you here. You know, how long it take you to get that slow and blah, blah. I was giving them a hard time. So that was kind of funny there. Don't see too many people out here running around my town. There's not a real big crowd of runners. The few we have are like AM runners, like they're out running at 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, and I've got no purpose for that. So good stuff there. Been trying to help a friend find herself a camper or a bus or something. Been doing a ton of research on that, not having much luck. There was a couple on my founder that she just kept putting off, and it really kind of drove me nuts because there was two of them that were like perfect for her and cheap. We're talking $2,500, almost $2,000. So, and she missed out on both of those. So that right there definitely sucked. Drug her feet just way too long on them. I had her told her about them like a week and a half ago, and just now she's on house. She's all disappointed because they're gone. I'm like, it's been a week and a half, 2 weeks. I've been telling you about these, and now you're whatever. So that right there got done. Got a friend of mine also been talking to, who's been kind of really distant. Just a lot of stuff. There's been a handful of people in my life that I've been realizing that are more, I guess, I'm realizing I'm doing a lot more for them than they're doing for me. I'm being a lot more open, a lot more concerned, a lot more talkative with them than they are talking with me and sharing with me kind of thing stuff. And I've been doing a lot of like, just looking at my life and trying to figure out where I'm at and trying to tell people and, you know, what's going on. And some of them don't seem to give a shit. Some of them don't understand. Some of them don't listen. Just the whole thing. So I'm kind of pulling back on a handful of people in my life and just kind of seeing who, I guess, comes searching for me kind of thing. It's kind of like that old saying, if I call you, text you, or I talk to you, that means I'm missing you. If I don't call you, text you, email you, whatever and stuff, that means I'm waiting for you to miss me. So getting a lot of that crap where I'm realizing nobody's reaching back out kind of thing. Had a couple times where there's been some things I could really use a hand with, I could use some help with, just simple little stuff, but they're not there. But they expect me to be there when they need it. So you know how that goes. Same old, same old. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.